So the story is about the involvement of my character Lloyd. He starts off he's dealing drugs. He's under the thumb of a gangster. He's a mule bringing drugs from Amsterdam to Edinburgh, bringing these ecstasy and MDMA tablets. Through his own usage, he's kind of got himself embroiled with these bad people, and he's trying to break away from it. It's always just one last run. I can pay him off. I can be out of this. I need to get out of this scene. And they're getting a bit old. I mean, the characters are all like 28, 29, but they're still in the club scene doing these. And Kristen Crook, who plays Heather, she's my love interest, and she comes from a totally different genre. She marries very young, and she's in a loveless marriage which breaks up, and she says fuck this, and decides to go into the club scene just to have a blowout, you know, sort of midlife, let's get out of this scene. And the two characters meet and they fall in love. Now they fall in love through the usage of partying and doing ease and spend a lot of time together, but they want to take that love, that relationship onto a new level. So that new level is finding love out with the chemical love, the chemical ecstasy. It's that's why the chemical romance would be the perfect title. And it's about the evolution of each of the characters, not just Lloyd, but Heather and Ali and Woodsy, and how they progressed. It's a real turning point in their life, and it's looking for your ecstasy. I think it should be a subtitle. You know, what does it mean to you? I just finished a TV series. The TV series had to finish. Was it Mile High? Maybe Mile High. And I went along for audition, and unbeknownst to me, I actually got the part. But then I remember the director saying to me, "I will be seeing you again at the end of the audition." I thought, okay, I'm not too sure what that meant. And then I never heard anything. Then I got a phone call a year and a half later saying, "You've got the role," and then this is the filming date. And then that went on hold, and that went on. Basically, I got it 6 years before I filmed it. So the movie was in production for 10 years. I was attached to it for 6 years. I think Billy Boyd was attached to it for 8 years. I thought I was actually going to outgrow the part at one point. I was actually going to get too old for it. So I was saying to the last person, I was sleeping in Tupperware for a while, you know, don't get too old, slapping on night cream. It was a fantastic script from the moment I read it. I remember reading the book, and I loved the book, and when I read it in the late 90s when it came out on the success of Trainspotting, I loved the book. The script itself was very close to my own heart. It was very much a culture I was part of, the dance scene, you know, the rave scene, not the rave scene, but the post-rave scene, the sort of dance culture. I was very into the music at the time. What happened, we had the credit crunch, so, you know, and that was global, and anybody who was writing checks for anything started to withdraw. They didn't want to write the checks anymore. Not so much they didn't have the money, but they didn't want to part with it either. Was movie a good investment? They weren't sure. They wanted to see how the market stabilised in any business format, you know, whether it be movies, whether it be banking, whether it be engineering, you know, everything took a knock, especially television and film. And then there was the writer's strike, and then there was the actor's strike, and then so the whole thing was really unstable. So I just persevered and stuck with it. I totally believed in the script, and it came off. I remember the first day we arrived on set, and me and the director Rob Heydon just looking at each other and going, "We're here, we're actually about to turn the camera over." And Irvine Welsh was there for the first ever shot of the day, and that was it. Like, we're about to turn over on Ecstasy after 10 years in production. Here we go. And sure enough, we did it. And I love Edinburgh as a city. Trainspotting, the only scene in Trainspotting that was filmed in Edinburgh was the opening scene of them running down Princes Street, which is just down below us here, yeah. And but the rest was all shot in Glasgow, so we actually shot a fair bit in Edinburgh. We initially came to Edinburgh and shot a load of exterior stuff, and then we went back and we cut it into the movie, and we'd done a screening for Irvine. Irvine came along and went, "That's not the Edinburgh I'm writing about. You need to go back and shoot some more." So we're like, alright, so we came back and we went down into Leith, and we shot in Leith, and I mean, we got right in the nitty gritty of it in Leith. We're right in the heart of it. One night there was a big fair going on down at the shore, and the ocean terminal, and two big gangs just kicked off right in the middle while we were filming. Like, okay, get the camera gear, let's go. So, but we were there, we were part of it, and hopefully we've given a nod to Leith and given a nod to Edinburgh, and sort of put it on the map a bit.